These weren't just records, they were lifelines, comfort, and celebration rolled into 3-minute masterpieces. Today, we're counting down 12 unforgettable R&B and soul songs from 1965 that still stir something deep inside. And trust me, when we reach number 1, you'll remember exactly why it has never left our collective soul. Number 12, Tonight's the Night by Solomon Burke.
A room full of talent, but let's start off with my own rhythm and blues orchestra and the king of soul, Mr. Solomon Burke!
By 1965, Solomon Burke was already called the king of rock and soul, and Tonight's the Night proved why. With its blend of gospel fervor and romantic persuasion, the track captured the irresistible charm Burke brought to every performance. Released on Atlantic Records, it paired a relaxed groove with his commanding velvet-toned voice.
Girl, you made me love you.
Burke could make a simple lyric feel like both a sermon and a seduction, and this single was no exception. Audiences connected to its warmth. It wasn't flashy, but it felt real. Imagine a Friday night, a dimly lit dance floor, and this song guiding the rhythm of swaying couples. While it didn't top the pop charts, it earned a solid place in R&B history, further cementing Burke's influence on the likes of Otis Redding and Wilson Pickett. This is one of those deep cuts that rewards anyone willing to take the time to really listen.
Tonight, that you belong to me.
Number 11, We're Gonna Make It by Little Milton.
Right down, we're going to crack the whip and make the trip with Little Milton, Esther Phillips, Frank Howard and the Commanders, Gatemouth Brown and the Beat Boys, and now, here he is, Little Milton.
Released in 1965 on Checker Records, We're Gonna Make It was more than just a love song. It was a quiet anthem of resilience during turbulent times. Little Milton's smooth but impassioned delivery struck a chord with listeners, carrying a message of hope that resonated in the civil rights era. The groove is laid back, almost understated, but Milton's voice gives it gravity. The track soared to number 1 on the R&B charts, proving that optimism could be just as powerful as protest. Picture a couple sitting close on the sofa, the weight of the world outside, finding comfort in the promise of better days. This was the kind of song you played not just for romance, but for reassurance. Decades later, its message hasn't aged a bit, proof that soul music's greatest gift is its ability to uplift even in hard times. Number 10, Respect by Otis Redding. Long before Aretha Franklin turned it into a feminist rallying cry, Respect was pure Otis, raw, pleading, and drenched in Southern soul swagger. Released on Stax in 1965, the song showcased Redding's ability to take a simple demand and turn it into a barnstorming performance. Built on a tight horn riff and relentless groove, it was a top 5 R&B hit that became a staple in his live shows. Otis wasn't just asking for respect, he was insisting. With every gritty note and breathless shout, you can almost see him, sweat-drenched under the stage lights, driving the band harder with each chorus. It's a testament to his genius that this version stands tall even after Aretha's iconic remake. In 1965, this was Otis at his most electric, reminding the world that soul is as much about attitude as it is about melody. Number 9, Stop. In the Name of Love by the Supremes. Motown's reigning queens were unstoppable in 1965, and Stop, In the Name of Love was one of their crown jewels. Written by the powerhouse team of Holland Dozier Holland, It blended an urgent plea with an unforgettable hook, punctuated by the now iconic hand gesture the Supremes performed on television. Diana Ross's lead vocal is pure silk, gliding over a track driven by the Funk Brothers' steady beat and sparkling tambourine. It hit #1 on both the pop and R&B charts, cementing the Supremes as crossover stars. The song's dramatic delivery made it perfect for teenage heartbreak and living room sing-alongs alike. Picture a crowded basement party, the needle dropping, and the whole room throwing their palms out in unison on the chorus.
Stop in the name of love, before it breaks my heart.
It's playful, soulful, and just a little bit theatrical, Motown magic at its finest. Number 8, My Girl by The Temptations, released at the tail end of 1964. But dominating charts in 1965, My Girl is one of the most beloved soul ballads ever recorded. Written and produced by Smokey Robinson and Ronald White, it gave The Temptations their first #1 pop hit. David Ruffin's warm, steady vocal wraps around lyrics so simple they're universal.
I guess you say what can make me.
Every listener could picture their own girl in those words. The gentle bass line, chiming guitar intro, and swelling strings made it an instant classic. It wasn't just a love song, it was a moment of pure happiness frozen in 3 minutes. Weddings, anniversaries, even commercials have kept it alive for generations. But nothing compares to hearing that original Motown 45 spin. In 1965, it was the sound of romance done right, and it still gives goosebumps nearly 60 years later. Number 7, The Tracks of My Tears by The Miracles.
Cheers, friends, and for the very finest entertainers in the business, how about a gang for the fabulous Miracles?
If My Girl was sunshine, The Tracks of My Tears was bittersweet rain. Smokey Robinson, alongside Pete Moore and Marv Tarplin, crafted this 1965 masterpiece as a portrait of smiling through pain. Robinson's falsetto floats over a delicate arrangement, while the lyrics cut deep. My smile is my makeup I wear since my breakup with you. It resonated because it was honest. Everyone has worn that mask at some point. The single climbed high on the R&B charts and became one of the Miracles' most enduring hits, later entering the Grammy Hall of Fame.
People say I'm the life of the party 'cause I
Close your eyes and you can almost see Smokey under a spotlight. The band hushed behind him, the audience hanging on every line. It's poetry set to music, proof that Motown could make you dance or cry, sometimes in the same song. Number 6, I'll Be Doggone by Marvin Gaye.
I'd be doggone if I wouldn't work all day.
1965 was the year Marvin Gaye became more than just a smooth crooner. I'll Be Doggone proved he could command the charts. Written by Smokey Robinson, Warren Moore, and Marvin Tarplin, the song became Gaye's first million seller and his first #1 R&B hit.
Baby, but if I ever caught you running around.
There's an easy swagger to the track, a confident bounce that made it perfect for both radio and the dance floor. Marvin's delivery walks the line between playful and determined, making it clear that he knows his worth in love. Supported by the Andantes on background vocals and the Funk Brothers in peak form, the arrangement is tight, crisp, and irresistibly catchy. In 1965, this was the sound of Motown flexing its creative muscle. Even today, the groove is so smooth you can't help but nod along.
I'll be doggone if love ain't a man's best friend.
If these sounds from 1965 are stirring up memories or making you wish you were there, give this video a thumbs up. It helps keep the soul alive and lets us bring you more strolls through the golden years. Now, let's dive into the top 5 and see which songs defined the heart of the year. Number 5, Rescue Me by Fontella Bass.
This is Miss Fontella Bass. This is a good sound too. Recovery.
Few songs hit the airwaves in 1965 with as much joyful urgency as Rescue Me. Recorded for Chess Records, it blends gospel power with a Motown-like polish, driven by a pulsing bass line and hand claps that dare you not to dance.
You come on and rescue me. Come on, baby, and rescue me.
Bass's vocal is pure fire, playful, flirty, and commanding all at once. The story goes that some of her ad-lib lines came because she forgot the lyrics mid-take, but the spontaneity made the performance even more magnetic. It topped the R&B chart for 4 weeks and became a pop crossover hit, proving that Chicago soul could stand shoulder to shoulder with Detroit.
Take me, baby. Take me, baby. Let me, baby.
This track still lights up any oldies playlist, making you want to spin, clap, and sing like the world is listening. Number 4, I've Been Loving You Too Long by Otis Redding.
It's a song that, we all ought to sing sometime. This is the love crowd, right?
When Otis Redding slowed things down, the world stopped to listen. I've Been Loving You Too Long is one of his most achingly beautiful performances, a masterclass in soul balladry. Co-written with Jerry Butler, the song's restrained opening builds to a plea so heartfelt it feels almost too intimate to hear. Released on Stax in 1965, it climbed into the top 10 on the R&B chart and became a staple in Redding's live shows.
Just one more time, one more.
On stage, he often extended it, wringing every drop of emotion from the melody until the crowd was spellbound. It's a song about love hanging by a thread, delivered with such sincerity that it resonates across generations. To this day, it's one of those tracks that reminds you why Otis Redding is considered one of the greatest voices in music history.
Oh no, I've been loving you just to...
Number 3, Shotgun by Junior Walker and the All-Stars. The opening blast of saxophone on Shotgun is like a jolt of electricity. It announces itself loud, proud, and ready to party. Junior Walker's gritty vocal delivery, paired with his blazing sax solos, gave the track an edge that stood out even among Motown's polished hits of 1965. Written by Walker himself and released on the Soul label, it became an instant dance floor favorite, hitting number 1 on the R&B charts. The lyrics were simple and direct, just an invitation to get moving, but that was all it needed. In a time when soul was diversifying its sound, Shotgun proved there was still room for raw, unfiltered fun. Play it today, and the effect is the same. You can almost smell the wood floor of the club and see the crowd moving in unison as Walker's sax cuts through the air. Number 2, In the Midnight Hour by Wilson Pickett.
Performs now on American Bandstand, writes most of the songs he recorded, and the biggest song so far has been The Midnight Hour. This is Mr. Wilson Pickett and his latest.
If there's one song that can make a room move no matter the hour, it's Wilson Pickett's In the Midnight Hour. Co-written with Steve Cropper at Stax Studios, the track fused a hypnotic groove with Pickett's powerhouse vocals. The delayed backbeat feel where the snare hits just behind the beat gave it a unique sway that was pure Memphis soul. It shot to number 1 on the R&B charts and became one of Pickett's signature songs. The lyrics' mix of longing and confidence hit the sweet spot between romance and swagger. In 1965, it was the sound of a man promising to give his all when the night was right and audiences believed him. Decades later, that groove still wraps around you like warm midnight air on a southern summer night. Number 1, I Can't Help Myself, Sugar Pie Honey Bunch, by Four Tops.
Here singing their #1 record, Reach Out, I'll Be There, are the Four Tops.
Topping our list is a track that's pure Motown joy, I Can't Help Myself, Sugar Pie Honey Bunch. Written by the legendary Holland Dozier Holland team, it's a masterclass in irresistible hooks and emotional urgency. Levi Stubbs delivers the lead vocal with a mix of pleading and exuberance, making every sugar pie sound like it's aimed straight at you. The Funk Brothers provide a tight, upbeat groove that keeps the energy high from the first note to the last. It dominated the R&B chart for 9 weeks and crossed over to become a pop sensation, embodying the Motown formula at its very best. In 1965, it was the song you heard spilling out of record shops, cruising from car radios, and filling dance halls across America. Today, it remains a timeless reminder that great soul music doesn't just touch the heart, it gets the feet moving too.
And there's nothing that I can do.
And there you have it, 12 unforgettable R&B and soul tracks that defined 1965. From Motown's polished gems to the raw grit of Memphis and Chicago soul, this was a year when every note seemed to matter, every lyric carried weight, and the groove was impossible to resist. Thanks for joining us on this soul stroll. It's your love for this music that keeps it alive. If you enjoyed this trip back in time, hit that subscribe button so you'll never miss another journey through soul's golden years. And don't go far. Our next countdown dives into the irresistible soul hits of 1966, and you'll want to be there when the needle drops.